Those crooks forced me to kill him. It was either that or they'll kill my mom. I was 16 when I got pregnant. I was always abused by my dad.
I'm happy you're back. I miss you so much. I'm so glad you're back.
That strength you had when you were with us, I need it. I need it to survive.
Sorry.
Lucy, Ejo, Egariji, I was not in control of myself. Please.
Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now let's talk about Wura for this week. So Wura, Mondays to Thursday. Let's just summarize everything and then we get to chit chat and know how far, like give our own reviews on what actually transpired. From Monday, we saw that Wura was still in bars and we saw the police guy trying to actually paint or trying to change the whole narrative of what happened. And we now see Jeje as well coming to meet Wura, trying to understand what's really going on, because it seems like everything is beginning to turn against him. Like they want to actually set him up as the person who actually killed Pakuti. So now Jeje has come to confront Wura in the prison. Like, why would you do such a thing? I thought we were together in this. How will you turn me in and all of that? So Wura now has a confession to make. Like, Wura's wardrobe is filled with so many skeletons. Like, so many skeletons. This woman, hey God. So Wura now sits him down and begins to explain her life, begins to tell her about her background and the little secret that she and her sister actually kept. So from what Wura is saying, at the age of 16, Wura was actually pregnant and she actually carried her baby for 9 months. So at the end of the day, only her sister was aware of that. And the bad thing about it is that she was actually being molested by her dad.
I was always abused by my dad. But my mom, well, she was too drunk to notice.
And her mother was just so drunk to realize what was happening. And I kind of feel bad, like for mothers and for children that actually go through this process. When you have a mother and the mother is there, and then you now have a father, someone you call your father, someone you're supposed to call daddy, someone you're supposed to actually go and meet for protection against the external world, and then it's the same person that's really harassing you. Like, it's really so bad. Like, I don't even know. I can't even imagine how children go through with all of that. So the father was actually harassing her. I think the father got her pregnant, so she actually put to bed and left the baby by the riverside. So it's safe to say now that it seems Timinu is actually her daughter. But let's watch, because this Wura has so many plot twists. When you're thinking A, they just come up with another thing. So let's just be watching. But that is what I am thinking. I'm thinking that Timinu is actually her daughter. But we're going to see how it ends. Now, Jeje is actually surprised that this transpired. So Wura is actually explaining this to Jeje based on, I picked you. I know your mother was a drunk, so because of what I've been through, I decided to pick you up, and because of that, I'm not going to let you go. Like, you are here with me. I've taken you like a son, so don't be scared. I'm not going to give you in to anything that goes on. Then Jeje goes back home and decides to change things around. Like, the whole storyline of this movie just changes completely. Now Jeje decides to actually doctor the letter that Femi actually wrote to Wura's son. Jeje decides to change everything, turn everything around. So according to the letter that Jeje has faked, Femi is now saying that Femi actually went in, met some bad gangs, worked with some bad guys, and when Pakuti noticed what was going on, he was going to report Femi to Wura, and that was why he killed Pakuti, so that Pakuti will not go and expose Femi, because the bad guys in quotes that Femi was working with say that if he doesn't kill Pakuti, they were going to kill Femi's mother. So that is what the letter is saying now.
I had to do something terrible. I had no choice. Those crooks forced me to kill him. It was either that or they'll kill my mom. I fear they will kill me too. If I die,
It's them.
So with this now, the letter was actually taken to Femi's mother. Femi's mother actually confirmed that yes, this is my son's handwriting, and with this on ground now, everything has just changed. The whole storyline has changed. Nothing can be used against Wura anymore, because you can't use the words of Femi, who is late now, against a letter that was written, and the mother has actually confirmed that this is Femi's handwriting. So the police officer goes to Timinu's house, meets her mom, and says, oh, there's a little change, like Wura might not actually be the killer, that the letter says otherwise. The letter says that it's Femi that actually killed your husband. And she was really sad.
That strength you had when you were with us, I need it. I need it to survive.
Based on the fact that how can my friend's son actually kill my husband? It doesn't even make any sort of sense. And then Femi's mother now comes in and was trying to explain to Timinu's mother that, see, I'm very sorry about what happened. You know me, it's not something that I can do. Like, she's even confused. She doesn't know what to do about it. Timinu's mother was very angry. She now sent her out, which I understand. Like, any normal person would do that kind of thing. Now sent Femi's mother out, and because of this letter now, based on the fact that he cannot use Femi's words against the letter that he wrote, Wura had to be released from the prison. When she was now released from the prison, the children were happy. Definitely you expect her to put up some show towards her husband based on, oh, you don't love me, I thought we were there for each other, I thought after how many years, I thought that you would trust me, believe me, all of that. Definitely she would actually put up a show, which she actually did very well. And the husband was feeling very remorseful about it, had to apologize several times and all of that. Then Wura now calls for a meeting at the mine. Bear in mind that when Wura was in prison, the mine was actually shut down, so she had to call for a meeting of all the miners. When they came in, she now told them what had transpired and said, well, we have to go back to work and all of that. Timinu actually came for this her assembly. So after the whole meeting, Timinu went to meet Wura based on, okay, I'm sorry I accused you, it wasn't my fault, it was based on the evidence I had against me. Based on the evidence I got, so that is why I actually took it to the police and all of that. Next thing is that Wura just drags her and sends her out of her office, which is as expected. Yes, it's as expected.
I came here to apologize. I'm sorry for the pain I caused you and your family.
Sorry. Out of my sight.
Also, Wura's mother and Femi's mother also come as well to apologize to Wura based on what they had said in, I think that was last week. They had gone to the prison, called Wura all sorts of names, and Femi's mother was like, after all I've done for you, after I've done for your family and all of that, she kind of called Wura names, which is as expected. When it happens, you expect that people become emotional and call people names. So they came to actually apologize to Wura. Wura was like, what are you doing in my office? The last time we saw, I remember that people called me names, people insulted me basically. So what are you guys doing here? Femi's mother now knelt down and said, please, she's very sorry, it was just emotions, anybody would do that. And she now knelt down, apologized. Why Timinu's mother did not kneel down? Timinu's mother just said, I'm sorry. And Wura now looked at her and said, won't you ask if your apology has been accepted? Timinu's mother said, whether it's accepted or not is between me and my God. I like the way she used to say, my God, my God, my God. The way she used to say that, my God. And I'm like, this woman's faith, you cannot move her faith at all. She's like, that's between me and my God. I came here with my friend because, as you can see, she no longer has anybody. It's just the job. So anybody will do that. After all, you're a mother and a wife, and it's expected that you yourself, you do such a thing. If such a thing happens to you, what I came here is to actually call with my friend and plead with you that you please forgive her of all that she has said.
Please.
Manju, I'm sorry too. Aren't you gonna ask that I grant you forgiveness?
That is between me and the Lord. I'm here to ask you to take Labake back. You cannot blame us for how we behaved when we believed it was all true.
Next thing is Wura is saying, okay, apologies well accepted, and Femi's mother now has gotten her job. Next thing is that we are seeing that Jeje's mother is here. In my head, I'm like, why are people taking this plot twist too? what is JJ's mother doing here? It doesn't make any sort of sense at this point in time, because I can see that they're trying to really drag this show right now. So JJ's mother arrives, and apparently JJ was taken from her, as I think when JJ was actually a kid. So JJ has this resentment concerning the mother, like, you were not there for me, so what are you doing here at this point in time? I don't want you in my life, all of that. And Wura's husband was trying to tell him to calm down, he should let go of what has gone and try and make amends with his mother. But he was not having any of that. He wasn't having any of that. So that's where this week actually ended. Now let me talk about certain things. Let me give my own 2 cents about what transpired. So my 2 cents, this is Nigeria. I'm believing that this storyline is based on Nigerian factor. So now, as Nigerians, we all know how corrupt our how do I put this now, our security agencies are. So you need a very strong and tangible evidence if you want to actually put someone behind the bars. I knew this was coming. I saw this coming because it was just more like using Femi's words against hers. And that whole car tracker, I knew that they were going to tamper with it, because at the end of the day, they get to show us that, oh, her car tracker did not match that she was actually by the stream side. This is Nigeria, and this is how our security systems are. You need a very, very strong evidence to actually prove some of these things, right? So I'm not surprised that Wura has been released. Now my question is, what next? Who gets to now make these confessions, or would this show just end like that without anything being done? Because right now the major person that knew what happened, Femi, is late. The key witness is late. So now what happens? What are we going to do from here? When Tumini came to actually apologize to Wura, JJ was actually there, and after Tuminu had left, the way JJ was looking at Tuminu, it shows that JJ has something very strong for Tuminu. So in my head, I'm guessing, is it JJ that actually let this secret out? Because Wura definitely will still try to kill Tuminu. She might still try, and then JJ might, one way or the other, because he still has feelings for her, might try to not let it happen. So I don't know how this is going to play out at the end of the day, but I think JJ's mother coming here might actually give us 1 or 2 clues on what will transpire next. So let me know what you think in the comment section about Wura of this week. Nothing seriously happened, if you ask me. I think they were just beating the storyline so that this week will end. I want to believe that by next week we will have something tangible to talk about and to gist about. So my gist partners, how have you all been? Hope you enjoyed Wura. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the movies, and I've asked as well if there's any movie you want me to watch, because for you to enjoy this, it means that both of us or all of us enjoy the same kind of thing. So leave it in the comment section as well. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Until we see you on Monday again for another Wura. Bye.